Bob Vasquez here, Cap Combat Sports, with the inimitable, the one and only Lorenzo, the Juggernaut Hunt, fresh off his BKFC win, Knucklemania. His Knucklemania fourth round Juggernaut KO win. So today we're going to get to know the man behind the fist. Tell us about your last fight.
Oh man, sweet fight. Concentrated. I was blessed. I took my time and I figured out, what I needed to do. I'm very cautious when I fight heavyweights. Them guys are always bigger than me. I walk around maybe 215, so 205 is not much of a cut for me. And those guys walk around 240, 230, 240. So they cut weight and then they put it back on. So I'm dealing with guys, this massive guys with a lot of power, a lot of one-shot power. However, it only works for them if I lose concentration. It only works for them if I make a mistake. If not, then I'm the aggressor. I'm faster. I'm smoother. I have better head movement. I have more gas. There's more pros than cons when it comes to being a smaller light heavyweight than those big giant guys. They're just too slow. And so it shows. It shows in that fight. It'll take some really, really studying and watching and some serious replays to understand how many times Rob Morrow missed. He missed while I was standing right in front of him. And I have that ability to make people miss.
Yeah.
And laying power shots,
Yeah. I saw your it was a fight prior to that. You have that high guard, and you're able, guys are right in front of you and they're throwing these combinations, but it's not hitting you.
Yeah, I'm aware of what can be. I'm aware of what's thrown. I'm aware of what can be thrown, and that just comes from practicing years and years and years of being in the art. I've had guys, throw all sorts of things at me, and I've been able to maintain. I guess you would call it courage under fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So a lot of guys, believe it or not, it's the opposite. The person who's throwing the punches is the person who's afraid. The person who's slipping or standing there or watching the punches, that person is more calm than the person who's throwing them. So a lot of times I can step in the pocket and protect myself. And the guy, he's punching out of defense. He's punching out of panic. He's throwing panic punches.
Yeah.
And so I just stand there and watch him like a kid throwing a temper tantrum. You done yet? and when you're done, I'm gonna beat your ass, right?
Yeah, for sure.
When you're done doing your temper tantrum in Walmart, I'm whooping your ass.
Yeah, you know what's coming, right?
Like I'm talking to my kids. Like, I'm glad you had your little fit. Now it's time to work.
Yeah, because another thing, speaking of calm, the things that I see you doing there, you have to have that self-awareness and that calm, because you wouldn't be able to do it. And I see how you do it, and I'm like, he's so calm that if you look at him, you're not like, to the trained eye, you could
not in
tell.
the fight, yeah.
But
I'm not in the fight.
But I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I liken that to being on the freeway, outside the car.
Outside.
It's insane. It's insane outside the car. You're doing 90 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Shit's flying past you. Motorcycles, cars, everybody's going crazy. Outside the car, it's crazy. Inside the car, it's perfectly calm. It's normal. I'm speeding, and it looks crazy, but on the inside is what's important. I'm playing music. I'm jazzing. I'm chilling. I got my favorite. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm in cruise control.
Yeah.
I'm in cruise control. So the brain has a way to adapt to the speed and the craziness and the power of being inside your car on the freeway going 90 miles an hour.
Right.
And so it can also adapt to the speed and the craziness of a fight. It's crazy. It's fast. It's dangerous. But I'm chilling.
But you're chilling. I got you.
I'm driving. Yeah,
you're just chilling.
I'm cruise control.
That's what's up. That means that you're one of those expert drivers in that
situation.
I'm in
control, right?
You're in control. You know what I'm saying? You're like, okay. Other people may be struggling, and you're like,
everybody's looking. Everybody, I'm NASCAR. I'm going 200 miles an hour, but.
Yeah, you got one of them vehicles that you just go like this.
Yeah. I'm in control.
Feel you.
I trust my tire. I got good tires. I trained hard. You know what I mean? I got all my shit together, and I trust the vehicle I'm in, and I'm the driver, and I'm in control.
Yeah. So tell us, you know, why do you think bare knuckle fighting championships? Why do you think BKFC is so popular right now?
Oh, BKFC is gonna explode because it's relatable. MMA and boxing and the other combat sports, they've lost their relatability to the people. You know what I mean? You got guys sitting over here, they're yelling Japanese foreign moves and roll this and Kimura that and this, that, and the other. And you got people who, they're watching or they paid for this and they're like, oh, stand up, hit them in the mouth. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so everybody understands, punching them
Yeah,
out.
yeah, for
Everybody
sure.
understands, uppercut. Everybody understands that. With professional boxing, it's become so pampered and so ridiculous now that it looks like shadow boxing. You got guys two of the prettiest boys in your neighborhood fight 12 rounds and nobody gets a busted lip.
Scratch.
Nobody gets a scratch. And so people don't relate to that. People don't
Mhm.
relate to that at all. You know what I mean? They don't relate to that at all. And so now bare knuckle comes along and everybody can understand the smack in the mouth. Everybody can understand stitches. Everybody can understand that. The black eye,
Exactly.
they get it. They get it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
they know. And then like our women are taking off too, because the women they aren't like babies no more. They're fighting for their life too out here in the world. And so they're gonna get in the ring and show you, hey, I'm willing to throw down. Britain Hart said it best when she said, I'm in Walmart. If you talk down to me, I'll take you in the parking lot and beat your ass.
Hmm.
That's real. I don't need no gloves. I don't have to weigh you or nothing.
Nothing.
I'm gonna take you in the parking lot and beat your ass for free. You know what I'm saying? So now, I get paid to do it, and I don't got the legal troubles or none of that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get paid,
Mm.
and if she, and if somebody, got in my face, I would handle this just like this. That's anybody. That's 99% of the world. So we appeal to 99%. You know what I mean? The
Absolutely.
boxing and the MMA, they can have the other 2% of those, the people. But bare knuckles going to take off because we're relatable.
Yeah. I also was gonna ask you about your inspirations growing up.
Oh yeah, like I like when I look up to people. Like I said, I see my dad, I see my mom. They're the real juggernauts. They had
Mm.
nothing. They
Wow.
had nothing coming up. They had nothing, no family support, no nothing. And they met each other and they fused together through monstrous, ugly situations. And
Yeah.
they fought. They back to back like a karate movie. You know what I mean? And they survived and they brought us with them. My dad was like into the old Shogun movie. He carried us around on his neck, and anybody who tried him, he whooped their ass and protect us at the same time.
Mm.
You know what I
And
mean? Until the
yeah.
day my dad's the ultimate protector. My mom's the ultimate firecracker. They fought tooth and nail to secure a spot
Mm.
in the world for us. So I look up to them. We didn't watch a lot of TV. I didn't have I didn't look up to Michael Jordan or none of that shit. We didn't watch basketball. We look up to our parents, and I'm one of the few lucky people from Cleveland, Ohio, that had a mother and father that stuck together for 40, 50 years and banged it out and made it work. So yeah,
Yeah.
my biggest role models is my mom and dad. And that's
Wow.
why my dad's still there and still right behind me all the time in my fights. You know.
Right. Wow. Speaking of which, a brief side point. Your father, he started you off
Yeah.
as a Taekwondo practitioner, right?
Yeah, karate, taekwondo, gymnastics, everything that I did as a kid, he was my coach. And because of that, he's the voice in my head. He's actually the voice in my head. My mom is the voice in my head to solve problems or read books, or she's the narrator. But my dad's the voice in my head when it's time to kill,
Yeah, when
when
you're
it's
in the
time to
corner.
move, when it's time to duck, when it's
So,
time to throw. I can hear him. I can literally hear him. You know what I mean? And
mm,
so even when he's in my corner, he didn't even have to yell the moves. He's already yelled them to me. He's been yelling them to me for 20 years.
so
The
you
move
already
that I
know.
hit Robert Morrow with, that's the note. The move that I hit Robert Morrow with, the two to the body, two to the head.
Hmm.
It's the same move that I threw at the BKFC tryouts on the bag when they showed the replay. It's the exact same move with the exact same speed and power that I threw at the tryouts that made them pick me in the first place.
Yeah.
So these are, this isn't a new skill. It ain't like, oh, he's getting better.
Mm.
Bullshit. The more you put me in there, the more I'll show you.
Yeah. And in that fight I saw like more him trying to just avoid you.
Oh yeah, he was
Because
scared.
yeah, because I could tell when you hit
Yeah, he
him,
was
like I was
scared.
like, no.
They scared him. They
Mm.
scared him. His coaching staff probably scared the hell out of him. His wife probably scared him. He probably watched too many videos.
Of you.
And yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You can't. Come on, you brainwash yourself.
Yeah,
They
you
always
can.
ask me, "Do you watch tape on your fight? Do you watch tape on your fights?" And I may peruse through, but I'm not sitting up studying that
You because
um
you forget about if you start
because
focusing
you'll
more.
put yeah, he'll become invincible. Shit, you don't watch a guy knock out 50 people and then go fight him.
Yeah, I hear you. I
I'd
hear what you're
rather
saying.
not know.
You'd rather
I'd
not know.
rather
Let's
not
let me
know.
do
Yeah.
implement because that
I'd
allows you to
rather not know.
it allows you to implement your game plan.
My game
and
plan.
and
All
and
right.
and, and yeah, I mean, you have concerns and things about what they're going to do, but you're more focused on what you're going to do, because
I
if you
did.
go
I
too
did.
focused,
I
then you
I
on that.
I did watch him. I did watch him trap people with his left. See, as a southpaw, he has a left hand. He did have a lot of power in that left hand, and what he'd do is he'd be real, real patient while people dance around and avoid the left. But eventually, they'll forget.
Hmm.
They'll forget, and they'll lapse in concentration just long enough for him to
Then
shoot that left hand out there and knock him down or hurt
yeah,
him. And
yeah,
then he'll come in like a kill. He'll come in for the kill like a psychopath.
yeah.
I did see that. Um, I'm always respectful. I don't know if you watch any of or watch all my fights. I don't necessarily just rush in acting crazy. I give him a chance to show what he knows. I give him a chance to adjust, to move, or do what he can do. I measure him, and then I get rid of him. But it's definitely a process.
Yeah, if they come out with a new Expendables movie, man, you got to be one of the Expendables, bro.
Somebody said that I
You
think they are coming out with a
you
new
better
movie.
they better get
somebody
Lorenzo
text that.
Juggernaut
Somebody
Hunt.
text that to me. Somebody
Yeah.
text that to me, and they said I should play the guy from Rocky, the Mr. T.
Oh yeah.
Remember Mr. T played
Yeah, I
Clubber
remember
Lang and
him.
Rocky.
Clubber
I pity
Lang.
the fool. I pity the fool. He's a stupid fool, Rocky. He's a stupid
Yeah,
fool.
for sure, yo. That's fun, yo.
I got some more for you.
Anyone who's seen this, I'm telling you, man, you have not only some people have the look, but the abilities like doesn't match. You have both. And I told you that
Yeah.
before. I was like, you looked at a certain. I looked at a certain photo. I said, not only do you look like you, but you bust somebody up. But when you get
Yeah.
in there with these high level fighters, I don't know. It's for some reason that I think what it is too. Your defense, your brain, man, your
Right.
patience, your
I told that in an interview. A lot of guys they're always talking about heart and it's the heart of the fight, of the dog, and all that shit. It's not that. It's brains. It doesn't matter how big your heart is. If I cut your head off,
no. You got to think. You got to think. You got to
you
think.
gotta be able
You
to
got to be able
think
to
your
think.
way out of these
No,
problems.
yeah,
You
because
gotta be able to play chess. You gotta be able to play the
yeah,
game. You gotta be able to set traps. You gotta be able to think your way out. And like I say, I'm sure I'm gonna have some big, young, strong guys coming at me crazy, throwing and trying to bully me and trying to pressure me, but they'll kill themselves. They will kill themselves, like stepping on a rake or crashing into a wall or a tree. The tree's been there forever. You just came your ass along and hit it. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what it comes down, what it boils down to.
that's what's
I
up.
got
That's what's up.
guys jumping at the bit to get in the ring with me, and the more people I knock out, the more guys jump up and say me next.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
whatever.
just to gotta
You know
be
what I mean?
prepared for that. And let me tell you, I mean, you, what's the difference? Because you've done other combat sports. The difference with having without having the wraps, the guard, because they get right through. It's just you. It's how you move. Because I see you block.
It was
They,
it was always the same. If you go back and watch my MMA fights,
yeah, yeah, your
out of all my
movements.
fights,
Yeah,
bro, listen. They like to bring up my MMA record. People have been bringing up my MMA record lately, and some website got my MMA record on there as 3-5, which is actually wrong, but it doesn't matter uh because all of my fights ended in knockouts.
Or you
The
win, yeah.
ones I lost, whether amateur or pro, it went to the ground, and I maybe got trapped up in like some sort of weird choke, or some sort of, basically some guy laid on his back and, tapped me
Uh-huh.
out, kind of,
Yeah.
like my wife would. But whenever we were standing, anytime in any combat sport,
Yeah.
it
Uh-huh.
ended in a knockout.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna
So you
mention that. You
can Google me and get a false sense of of security. You can get a false sense of my skill level, because I lost to high level jujitsu guys who wrestled all their lives and did jujitsu all their lives. I
yeah.
didn't do jujitsu ever. I
No.
never wrestled in high school, but I do know how to knock people out. So bare knuckle fighting championships came along, and even though my MMA record was a losing record, they had the wherewithal to see that I had knockout power and skill and footwork. I had 16 knockouts. How do you ignore that? This guy's knocked out 16 people. He's never
You
been
don't.
beat with his hands. He's only been beat on the ground, and we don't have a ground game in bare knuckle.
Yeah. If the only way you
Now you
ignore that
begin
is
to
if something's
understand.
wrong.
Now
Because
you begin to understand how
mm-mm.
I step in the ring and I knock these guys out, because they
Yes.
stupid. They still looking at my MMA record. This is not MMA.
It's not. It's not. It's a
This is
whole
not
different
MMA.
world, man. It's
Right.
it's definitely not. Um, being that it's bare knuckle, how do you condition your hands to, as opposed to, you know what I mean, for a fight where
If
you
you go
got
on
the
my
wraps and
Instagram,
stuff.
if you go on my if you go on my Instagram at the Juggernaut Hunt, or go to my Facebook Lorenzo Hunt, and scroll through, you'll see that in my gym at the boxing yard in Jacksonville, I have a tree hanging as a punching bag. And my dad made it for me. We cut a tree down, and then we cut it into a stump, and we bolted it up, and we hung it as a bag.
Man.
And so what I do is I just go in the morning every day, and I gently, respectfully
I got you.
punch this tree stump.
Uh,
My respect for this tree stump enables me to condition my wrists and my hands and my knuckles to where I can punch somebody in the face and not damage my hands. I say it respectfully because I don't want anybody going out there punching trees thinking it's going to make them into me. It's not. It's
thank
my
you.
respect. It's my respect for the sport. It's my respect for my hands, for my tools. I'm not trying to break my hands every time I get in a fight. If not, I wouldn't be able to fight every other month like I
Yeah,
do.
exactly.
I'm not trying
Exactly.
to break the tools that I need for my success. So I condition myself respectfully until
Exactly.
it builds up, and it builds up into a tool, into a usable tool.
Speaking of which, what do you do when you're not fighting? You said you have a gym.
Yeah, I fight. That's it.
That's it.
That's all I do.
Do
Yeah, I
you tra-
fight.
do you train anyone?
Yeah, I'll be fighting when I'm training.
Ooh wee.
No, so honestly, yeah, I have a gym in Jacksonville. It's called the Boxing Yard, and we train every day.
Yeah.
We train every day. I train them like I trained. For years and years and years, I worked at a paint shop from 9 to 5, and I worked out in the morning 2 hours before work and 2 hours after work. So now
Mm,
that I have a
discipline.
gym, I just pretty much offer to my class the same professional schedule that I gave myself for years. So I offer them the same hours that I worked out for years and years, 6 to 8 in the morning, 6 to 8 at night. Every day I work out for those 4 hours, including, my personal training sessions, and I bring them along with me. They
Ah,
actually pay me to come along. I
wow.
don't break my schedule. I don't wait for you or none of that. I train just like I would for my fight, and I'll bring you along. And
Wow.
so that's what you get when you come to the boxing yard. You get to train like a pro.
Yeah, I've seen some of your sessions on Facebook
Right.
Live, and the words of wisdom that you share there. Some of the things about being strong in every position. It's just
Yeah.
like not forward and backward for the side,
Yeah.
the different
Yeah.
angles.
Yeah. And
It,
you'll see it when it comes out in my fight. See, I don't even mind teaching it. I don't even mind sharing it with the world. I don't even mind if my opponent is trying to study my classes and trying to figure out how to do what I do so he can beat me. That's a fool's errand. I've been doing this all my life. You
yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'll teach you, I'll share with you what I know, but there's no way in hell you can do it better than me overnight. So
No,
I'm
that's
okay
no.
with it. You understand?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
okay with it.
yeah. You have a really really great point there because it's not like you just started doing this. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? This is something that you've been doing for so long that it's not something like and again, a lot of people can do it, and some people that have talent or whatever, but they're not that person
right,
that's doing it. They're not
right,
that opponent. They're not
right,
whoever they're training with is not you.
right,
So now the man behind it, because you're very cerebral and you have sides on you. You're not a small guy. So I'm
right.
like, he really moves well. He's really smart, and
Yeah,
he doesn't. And you're not
it's
busted
that
up.
way. It's that way because I'm small in my head. I'm a
Ah,
small guy in my head. I
so
was a
you moving?
small guy when I was a kid. I was the littlest of my family.
Yeah.
My dad's
Mhm.
got 6 sisters, and they all got sons, and they're
And he
all
big, big.
bigger than me.
Mhm.
And I was kind of the runt. And so I had to fight my ass off. You know what I mean? So in my head, I'm super fast and I'm
Mhm.
super smooth. I'm like a point guard in my head. People look at
Yeah.
me and they be like, "What the hell? He's big as Ray Lewis." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
but you put
but
your
but in
footwork.
my head, yeah, in
Hmm.
my head, I'm very small. I'm very skittish. I'm sneaking. I'm moving like a little guy. And that and
Ah,
that
I
and it,
see.
and then I'm dragging the momentum. I'm not really trying to smash a guy, wasting a lot of energy trying to smash a guy. I'm
No.
just dragging the momentum from attempting to move, to protect myself. I'm dragging that momentum, and it hurts you. It hurts you.
Yeah,
Like kind of like getting trampled in the movie theater when people are trying to save themselves. I'm just trying to save myself, and you just so happen to get ran over.
Yeah, I guess you could put it that way
Kind of like
because
that, yeah, kind of
I
like that.
mean, because I watch and I see how you because you have different things that you employ, not just
Yeah,
I can hit hard. I'm gonna throw everything behind this.
yeah, no,
You
no,
can't, and you show that a formula to success because do you have power? Oh, absolutely.
yeah,
But you throw different types of strikes,
yeah.
and
That
your
that
defense,
that
man.
fight actually, that fight with Rob Morrow would have been over if he was right-handed. See,
Yeah,
the fact that he was left-handed
left
made
hand,
me be
yes.
extra cautious.
Yeah,
But I
that
knew I
sniper.
could handle it because, believe it or not, my mom and my dad's left-handed. Every
Ah,
every slap I ever got
every
slapped me, it came from the left. So it was
I got you. I feel you. Yeah, I get.
yeah. So
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 you already knew.
I was able to make the adjustment,
He
but
said,
at
"I
the same
remember this
time, it
one."
is weird
Mhm.
when you
Yeah.
practice in the gym and you practice with guys. I even had a couple guys that were taller that trained with
Uh,
me just to get me ready for Rob, but they were right-handed too.
mm,
So when it comes to the switch, you have to be very mindful of stepping in front of that left hand, especially when
yes.
you're used to stepping that way to protect yourself from a right-handed person's jab.
Mm.
You become
Wow.
used to you become used to avoiding his power hand. You go that way a lot.
Yeah.
Then when the
Right.
tables are turned,
Exactly.
you have to consciously make an effort not to go that way. So
Ah.
that's what it was about, and I was able to, like I said, manipulate it to my advantage and make it work.
Wow. Yeah, I see. I see. Um. Wow. So tell us, when is your next fight?
Fight. I believe I'm gonna fight April 16th in
Biloxi
Miami.
or
I'm
Miami?
fighting. I'm right now. Yeah, right now I'm in the works to fight a guy named Josh Dyer. Strong guy. He called me out and he put the word out that he thinks he can handle me. And
Mhm. Careful what you wish
I
for.
was I'll say
Hey,
my hats off to you, young man.
yes.
You have courage, and that's a start. train hard, keep your hands up, tuck your chin, cause I'm coming. I'm the Juggernaut. I don't back down from nobody. If they call me out, I'm coming. Say Candyman in the mirror 3 times. I dare you. I
I,
dare you. I
I
dare
feel
you.
you. I feel you.
Yeah, he coming. Say it. Just go ahead with your bad ass and say it. I still won't say it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Like for sure, for real. Um, like let me ask you a question. How did you get the name, the Juggernaut?
Oh man, everybody asks me that. So I used to play, like football, and I used to play the middle linebacker or the running back, and I was a pretty stout, heavy,
Yeah.
kid with pretty fast feet. And that the kids, they would say, when he moves, he can't stop.
Oh
He
wow.
doesn't have no brakes. So we used to play and they used to call me the Juggernaut. So the
That's
I
what's up.
would we would play in the streets, we would play football in the
Yeah, I
streets
remember
and
those
stuff.
days. Yeah.
And if
Hmm.
I stumbled or ran into your car trying to kind of catch the ball or something,
You
I
could,
would hurt your car. You know what I mean? Like I could like seriously dent or like fuck up your car. And so
uh,
people would be like, man, that guy's solid,
yeah,
he's
yeah,
solid, like, oh, it's big boned or something.
yeah. Just yeah, for real, for real. One more thing. When did you learn to love punching people in the face
I
professionally?
don't. I actually don't love it. I don't like to hurt people. I don't like to fight. I
See
don't
that?
like to fight. I don't
You
enjoy
hear
fighting
this?
at all. Huh?
That's why I wanted people to understand that everyone is different because everyone's journey is different.
Yeah,
Please
no.
explain that.
So yeah, I don't like to fight at all. Remember, I told you I was picked on. I was forced to fight. I was made. I had to learn to fight. My father was tough on me, and for a long time, I thought he hated me. He made me learn to fight. He used to fight with me, and I hated fighting. Fighting was like a chore. Going to class was like a chore. I like gymnastics. I used to do gymnastics. I like that more. You know what I mean? I'm a happy guy. I was a happy kid. But I was made to fight. We moved around a lot, and people would pick on me and shit, or start
Mm,
trouble, or
yeah,
talk
you
about
had
me,
to.
or like, I was light skinned, and you know how that's a thing in the hood. People just, I don't know what it is. And
Yeah, I
so
feel
it
you.
was just a thing. Everybody was trying to prove that
Yeah.
they could make you cry or something. So I was forced to fight. I got good at it. So it's kind of
Yeah,
like, LeBron James, he
for
shoots
sure.
the ball goes in, then he plays basketball. My little cousin Kareem Hunt, you hand him a football, nobody can catch him. He plays football. Me, you stand in front of me, I can knock you out.
Yeah.
I fight. You know what I mean? It just comes natural. It's just a natural thing for me to be in a fighting stance or in a fighting ring and not be crazy or afraid. It's a natural. I'm okay. I'm okay. I can fight a guy. I can high five him. I can tell a joke while fighting. I can sing a rap song and still counter. I'm okay. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not
Yes, I
crazy.
do.
Everybody can't do that.
Mm-mm.
Everybody can't
No.
be in a fight and not be upset. You understand? Everybody can't get slapped in the face and not go crazy. I don't see red when I fight. When you hit me, I don't black out. I'm not that crazy, kind of fighter. I'm okay in a fight. People may be around me. I'm sitting there at Waffle House. People will start fighting. I'm not gonna run. I'm not scared. I might start repping. I'll be like, hey, slip, throw this.
Yeah, yeah, they can own that
Like,
crowd for sure.
no dirty shots, no dirty shots.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not really, I'm not really afraid. So I fight. I'm good at it. I teach because I'm good at it. It's relatable. It's just something I'm good at. But I don't like to fight. I don't like to hurt people. I'm just good at
Man, that got to be one of the expendables coming up, man.
it.
You tell them that line, they'll just be like, yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah. I'm
sure. Yeah,
serious.
you're
I'm
right.
serious. It don't sway me one way or the other. I don't get excited about
But
hitting somebody.
I think that's why you fight the way you fight. You just relax.
Right.
But when that opening that not that it comes, I think a lot of times is you create the opening.
No, I think
I
they
think
create it.
maybe, or
I
they
think
create
they
it.
create it. Yeah, I think they create
Mm,
it. because if you notice, I'm not really in a rush to engage.
No, you're not.
And so we're kind of fighting over this line. Is like, do you really want to come over here? And that's why, the Rob Morrow fight went 4 rounds, because I'm not necessarily used to forcing the engagement. Usually people come after me. That's when I'm really strong.
Especially like if they're the bigger guys.
Right. Remember, Eric Lozano came after me.
He did.
Came after me. That's why I knocked his ass out so bad that it was on the news.
Yeah,
and then
straight away going back.
Bad. And then even with the other guy, Green or whatever, with Green, he kept lunging after me. Yeah, he kept lunging after me. He kept trying to assert himself.
Yeah, then you caught him with that right over it.
Right. So then I can attack you, but I'm defense first, so I'll bring my defense with me in attack mode. You know what I mean? So like I said, it's a lot to it. It's a lot that you can't learn overnight. But these guys are coming, and I welcome the challenge. He's like I said, I've been in preparation all my life for these guys to put down their video games and put down their beer and put down their bullshit and try me.
That's fair enough.
Come on with it.
That's what it's all about for sure. Your favorite martial arts movie? Because we got a lot of martial arts movies.
I like You Are the Last Dragon.
Are you serious?
You have the power
of the glow. Wow.
Yeah,
wow,
I
remember
like
that.
Last Dragon. Bruce Leroy, you know what I mean? That takes me back a little bit.
Yeah.
Of course, Bruce Lee was one of my favorite martial artists. My favorite fight scene is when Bruce Lee destroyed Chuck Norris. I actually compared that to that fight with me. That was me. That was Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris, me and Rob Morrow. That's what that was.
Yeah, I love those movies too.
Yeah. I like Jet Li. Jet Li's my guy. He's very concentrated, very smooth, very quick-witted, very, you know what I mean, creative guy. Jet Li's my dude. So I like all of them. I sit and watch it even till today.
Yeah, so do I. Wow, man, I appreciate you, man. I really want to see you, man, in the next fight, man. I'm like,
yeah, just stay tuned, man. It'll all come out. Like I said, I just got recent news. I don't never really hold it. They mentioned Josh Dyer to me. You can look him up. He's pretty good. I think he may be undefeated. I'm not sure because I don't watch a lot of fight tape on guys. But best of luck to him. He's got to bring his chin and his ass to bring his arm. You know what I mean?
Like the old saying, you gotta bring it. We gotta bring it to get out. You gotta bring it, man. Or
gotta bring guys to get out.
Yeah, because if you don't, nobody's gonna want to see that.
Want it, you know what I mean? If you think it's here for you, come try me.
Yeah, some things in life, like it's like that old saying. It's like even John Anik says, it's like, be careful what you wish for.
Right.
When you get it, it's might not be what you want. It's like something you order online, and then you open it, and you like, this ain't what I wanted. And so it's kind of, and that's like the real worst level. Like
blows up in your face.
Yeah, you like
blows up in your face.
You're like, well, this is exactly not what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Right. Especially when your joints are like that. And wow, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate your time, your candor. You're smart. You're very intelligent. Well, I'm not surprised because I see what you're doing now. You got to be a thinker. You got to be a thinker, and I appreciate you. My brother, man. See you soon. And I can't wait to see your next one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
God bless you and the family. Peace.
You too. Thank you.
Hey, guys, if you like the content, like, share, and subscribe. See you at the top.